So they didn't notice that I was sitting here paying attention to everything they were saying, right? And what she was telling me was the money that they make, okay, it's going to sound a little crazy. The money that they make, they use this money for trips, parties, gatherings, whatever the case is. And they do this every other Friday. They have game night every other Friday. They have meetups every other Friday. And sometimes during the summertime, they go on trips. And the last trip they went to was India. And she was just bragging about how they was always going on these trips across the world as a group, and on their company website you could see that they be having their little parties and trips and baseball games and stuff like that, and everything was paid for by them. So I asked them, so where the money is going to? For the donors that's donating to these charities, are they really going to the charities, or are they going straight into your pockets? Because they were so quick to celebrate how much money they made, how many donors that they got. But they not celebrating the fact that people out here, the children that's supposed to be getting this money, is finally getting the money for food, water, education, all the stuff. And then they told around telling people that, oh, we're not trying to guilt trip you or ruin your day by these sad stories. But what a dollar could do for them, it might not do anything for us. And they was like, what can you possibly lose out of giving back? And then I'm looking at her with this look like, okay. And then I'm like, wow, because sometimes they do guilt trip these peoples into giving them the money. And another thing I started to notice was the sad stories. They do elaborate. They do exaggerate about a lot of shit about everything, because we know how this is real life. There are kids out here in the world struggling, and that's trying to gain education and freedom and money, money for food, water, whatever the case is. So it kind of really hurts me, and it breaks my heart to see that you use these countries and these kids as a way to gain money for your personal gain. And then y'all in the office celebrating, y'all making chants, and y'all sitting here doing this every single day. And y'all going home with this thing on your mind that you accomplished something, but it's for yourself. And I'm like, that's no way to fucking live. So in their mind, they think this is legitimate. They're not doing nothing wrong. But without showing proof that you're doing this for real charities out here, you're helping children, chances are you probably donated maybe 10-20% of that money you're making. But that's really messed up. You're not really doing much for these kids, because these kids don't want your 10-20%. They need your full 100%. And with that, it's like, you don't know what difference that can make to these kids out here. Then they go on to say that some of the young girls between 8 and 12 is being sold into, sex slaves, whatever they get. I don't know what I can say on YouTube or not, but I'm going to be careful with the words, because these are sensitive words to say on YouTube. But they were sitting here just putting up, they had laminates that they were showing people's about what is going on with children all around the world, the girls and boys, especially girls. And then they try to focus on the girls. And I'm looking at them like, why are you doing this? Like, in my mind, I'm like, why are you doing this? This is like not good. It's not right. And it's heartbreaking, because there's people out here in the world that is searching for their kids that's being sold into, blank trafficking, and it's horrible, because you got people out here who could never find their kids. You got people out here who can't even get people to help find their kids. And it takes a lot of the city's money to find kids out here that's being sold. And for you to make money off this shit, you profited off of other people's kids. That's really messed up of y'all. So if you want to sit here and talk about sad stories, why don't you listen to this sad story? And I hope this company do see me, because I'm not playing with y'all. If y'all don't get y'all shit together and do the right thing, y'all will get in trouble. Seriously. And it's not just with me, but it's with other people that used to work for this company, because I just met somebody that worked for this company as well. They worked there for a year, and they was like, at first everything was fine. You know, they was making money, they was donating the money, and all of a sudden they just stopped doing all that. Then you throwing parties. You're throwing parties at your office. You're throwing parties at big centers. You having gatherings at bars. And I'm like, who does that? Any company that, like, okay, you could celebrate your accomplishments for the week, but at least doing it in a positive way, like any other company. Okay, these companies out here struggle to even find the help that they looking for or the money, and here you are, you just illegally profited off of people's kids. And I'm saying here, like, this is not the type of job I want to work for. I'm an honest person, and I like to make my money the honest way, and this is not it. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to work for them. And then what's even worse is that my own boss trying to like mind fuck me. She was trying to make me feel guilty for not wanting to be at this job, or for putting my health first, because the day I was supposed to go to work, I went to my doctor's appointment. I had a doctor's appointment pertaining to neurologist and my thyroid issue, and I do this every 3 months. So when I told them about my health problems, and first of all, it shouldn't be a surprise that I even stopped. I didn't go to work that day, because on my application it says if you have a health problem, it's considered disability. And if you have a disability, just check and write your initials. So I did. I was like, yo, I have a disability. I do have major illnesses that causes me to faint, feel sick, go to the hospital, whatever. So when I told her I had a doctor's appointment, she got mad. I went back to work the next day. She just kept giving me the nasty stares. She was staring at me like there was something wrong with me, like she couldn't understand what was going on. And I was like, okay, why is she looking at me like that? I didn't do shit to her, but it's whatever. I was trying not to let her get to me. And then after that, an hour later, we was doing a chant. We was having a meeting, and all of a sudden she told one of the managers to tell me to go home. I was like, whatever. I'm not, like, seriously, I'm not stressing about it, because at the end of the day, y'all not paying me a check anyway. Y'all working on commission, and I don't do that. Two, why should I take this serious after what I just seen y'all do? So it's F y'all. I'll be fine. I'm gonna always I'm a progress very well. Everything that I do, it doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm climbing up the ladder in the most honest way. How I get my work done is in the most honest way. I don't sleep around. I don't kiss ass. I don't do anything to get me to the next level. And just because some things works very slow for me doesn't mean it's not going to get me there. Okay, they say slow and steady wins the race. And I went by that for so long, because me listening to the right peoples. And this is why I became so accomplished with a lot of shit in my life, because me listening to the right peoples and doing the right things, it got me where I'm at. Okay, nothing was taken from me, whatever. And I didn't feel bad about it. Like, really, things happen for a reason. And I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad that I got to see certain things, because this let me know what to look out for. Never trust what these people are showing you. Like, what they tell you and what they show you is a different thing. And if you're going to apply for a job, please do your homework on this company, because you don't know what you're going to be hit with next. And these people, they talk a good game just to convince you. So that's all I have to say. I don't want to make this vlog any longer. Part 3, which is my cooking. Y'all see what I'm making tonight, which is nothing much. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Y'all see me in 2 weeks when it comes to cooking. But everything else, I'm just going to take the time off for cooking and showing y'all the vlogs. I'm not going to stop cooking for myself, but I'm going to do what I need to do and then go about my business. If I need to show y'all anything, y'all see it by the end of this week.